Welcome back to the show, guys. We said we had a special guest. He's pretty special. It's TosspoT. Welcome to QuakeCon. You just got here, right?
Yes, I got here 10 minutes ago. I was walking to get my badge, and Nick and Mick from Facebook grabbed me and said, "You have to cast one game, and there's only one game left." So I don't even have a badge yet. I could get escorted off.
Oh, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. We have an entire Italian crew that will look after you. They're quite menacing, and
Scoots, he's the most menacing of all.
Yeah, he doesn't look it, but if you know him, you know what you're dealing with.
You don't cross Scoots.
Exactly. But I think we should actually move this to the I mean, I'd love to talk to you for ages because you're awesome to talk to, but DaHanG and rapha have been waiting for us for a while, and we're actually kind of running on schedule. And it's QuakeCon. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. And so this is the winner bracket final. So and the first map will be Lost World between these two guys. And the last time these guys played in the tournament, rapha did actually win 2-1 in the group. And rapha actually beat Evil as well, which they've encountered 4 times, just to fill you in and anyone else that hasn't been here. They've encountered 4 times in major tournaments. And in this tournament, it was the first time that rapha, after losing to him in the groups, was then later able to actually beat Evil. So he avoided any kind of curse, because you know how you can get a mental block against one player. I was afraid for rapha that it could be Evil, but rapha's looking in great shape, and Evil is trying to progress through that loser bracket.
And what about these two guys? The one game I was able to catch at the office this morning was DaHanG versus rapha.
Yes, a very, very, very close game. In fact, rapha looked very shaky in that game, in fact, and he actually managed to recompose himself and actually pull it through. And DaHanG has been playing fantastically. I mean, he was the finalist last year, had an amazing run, only for it to be snatched away in the last moments by Cypher. And I mean, this is a tournament for DaHanG. This really is. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I don't think there's much more to say unless you have any other questions or anything you want to say.
No, I'm as rusty as they come, so I'll follow your lead on this one.
All right, so I'm going to let them know we're ready to go, because I think they're anxious to get this underway, and so am I. And here we are, the game's getting live. DaHanG and rapha for the QuakeCon 2013 winner bracket final. Here we are, getting underway, and to begin with, we are on DaHanG, who picks up that red armor. And if we are to switch over, production, there we go. And DaHanG's going to pick up the shards as well as the plasma. And so this is an okay start, but he's kind of lacking. He's lacking that rocket, he's lacking the lightning gun, and he's trying to work out what is safe to do right now, because rapha is quite intimidating. He does manage to steal away that lightning gun, and now he can kind of push onto the open map. Does spot rapha in the distance there, spamming some plasma, and still rapha keeping him off open map, and that's pretty crucial. Look at the pressure coming in now. Oh my god, rapha's actually going to get a huge amount of damage, and DaHanG stands his ground, and he's going to pay for that with his life. Perhaps an ill-fated move by DaHanG.
Great start for rapha there. How much does this spawn? Oh, here we go again. rapha with a double rocket will take out DaHanG, add up 2 more, and DaHanG spawns right next to him, but gets away. How much does this morning's... Oh, rapha will chase this one down and quickly race into a 3-frag lead. DaHanG can't get away from his compatriot. The question I've been trying to ask is, how much does this morning's match play on this one? Does it play any role, or is it a mental block for DaHanG perhaps?
I don't think it plays much of a role, because in North America, the finals or most tournaments are dubbed rapha, because it always has a rapha and DaHanG finals. So these guys are so experienced playing each other that you usually see like next level reads that you won't usually see, just because they have done this so many times. And these guys always have great games together. And as you say, in a 3-0 lead, rapha, I mean, somehow managing to catch DaHanG repeatedly, and DaHanG maybe overstepping, maybe getting a little bit too greedy, and rapha's going to capitalize. I mean, of course, it is the world champion rapha. He gets that mega health, and this is going to allow him to really pressure. And what he wants to do right now is try to control all the angles and choke points to limit as much as possible the options of DaHanG and just starve him out. 3 frags is actually something comfortable. He doesn't feel like, okay, I need to get a frag. He's like, I just want to limit my opponent.
DaHanG has no timing on Mega, but he was able to pick up both yellows, and in doing so he's given himself some form of an angle should rapha come and charge him down. But rapha's now going to find him. Nice LG coming up from DaHanG, and just keeps rapha at arm's length. DaHanG falls back and doesn't want to take this fight, or does he? No, he does. He's going to go for it. He's done a lot of damage to rapha. Rapha is, though, so well stacked going into that when he comes out and takes the win again.
And Rapha just extending that lead, and Lost World is not a map which you want to, in 2.5 minutes, give away 4 frags, and DaHanG coming out again. Whoa, he's gonna just jump, and I have no idea why he did that. That was crazy. He lost a lot of health and armor doing that move, and Rapha, I mean, had he not done that move, Rapha perhaps would be losing that fight, and instead Rapha gets another kill. So a couple, in fact a few errors in the start of this series from DaHanG, and Rapha is just picking him apart because of that.
I think DaHanG think he did a lot more damage than he actually did in that 3-0 exchange, and that's why he was so aggressive. Because there's no other justification for why.
Yeah,
he went for it.
Totally agree. And Rapha right now is just, he's laughing. He's not having to do anything special at all. DaHanG is just throwing himself at Rapha right now. Rapha can just continue to cycle and just play a standard game. DaHanG is not really forcing him into any difficult decisions. It can just be, you can just put the routine in and be comfortable.
Yeah, 7-0 at 3.5 minutes played is, you know, a huge mountain for DaHanG to climb. And Rapha with both Mega and Red well timed. Yellow is DaHanG's, but that is scant consolation for a man 7 frags down. Yeah,
that is definitely a good way to put it. And Rapha, after the Mega pickup, can then again pressure. It's all about making sure that you can keep your opponent away from the big items, and then finding that moment to take them, and then straight back again to pressure. You can see Rapha doing exactly that. The spam coming out there, and actually DaHanG finding his moment to move up the stairs, and this is a great move from DaHanG. He's doing so much here, so much, and Rapha is now on the back foot. DaHanG still has more work to do though. Rapha just barely picking up enough health to survive the storm. That is DaHanG, but look at the rocket just connecting there with DaHanG, and oh, I feel so bad for him. That was really, he found a split-second decision, like a micro decision, and that is something that only the best players can make, and just stolen away from him by Rapha.
And he was a centimeter away from dropping down on the red. Now he's over at the yellow. Rapha's going to rocket him away, and DaHanG tries to find his way out of here, but can't. And Rapha is just a monster right now, making, you know, no unforced errors, and just, well, when he is making any form of an error, he's got such an arsenal of health and armor to give him a buffer. That
exactly.
10-0.
Yeah, this is not looking like something we would expect from these two guys. I mean, again, both extremely good players, world-class players, two of the best players in the world, and they know each other so well. It's very rare you see such a score separation between two giants such as this. And DaHanG, though, you know, he has another map after this to look forward to. I hesitate to say that he's given up already, but with 11 frags halfway in Lost World, a map that can be very low scoring, Rapha can hold on to this lead all day, and he just picks up another frag, and finally we do see the GG, which I was expecting. And we're going to move on to the next map, and Rapha looked great there, but I feel like it was DaHanG making him look great instead of Rapha making himself look great in that situation.
Well, how much do you think this tournament experience of today, and now both players should be at maximum kind of warmed upness, if you will. They should be at the peak of their powers, but Rapha showed his powers are monstrous.
Rapha doesn't want to play evil again just yet. He wants to avoid that scenario for as long as possible, and DaHanG actually was able to handily dispatch evil in the groups, which was quite shocking. In fact, he did a much better job against evil than anyone else has done, and it was really great to see. I'm going to have to finish that for after. We have DaHanG and Rapha getting live on Toxicity. Definitely a great map for both players. Rapha perhaps more famed for his strength here, and he's going to get that start with the Mega Health, the yellow as well, and he's going to be looking for the weapons. He needs the lightning gun or the railgun. There's the rail. Got some good long-range, mid-range options now, but going to finish off that tool belt with that pickup of the LG as soon as it's convenient. There it is.
Really is DaHanG's pressure moment. He's got to start well, otherwise Rapha will just ease his way to a 2-0. Nice rail from DaHanG, and that will just dent Rapha as he jumps away. DaHanG, in fact, both players pretty evenly matched for health and armor at this point, and DaHanG's been able to at least not start like he did in the last.
Yeah, and Mega's up. DaHanG's going to grab that, but the cost is very great. Rapha catching him completely off guard. 3 damage raining in there from the lightning gun of Rapha, as now DaHanG has to back away, try to avoid him. He cannot risk an engagement right now. He needs to find something more suitable, get some more armor, but look at that. Rapha's ready for it. He drops for the red, but Rapha, it was in his plan. That was the bait. It was the trap set, and executed by rapha now as he puts on the pressure again. DaHanG gonna drop that rocket launcher, and I cannot believe he actually got away with that. rapha a little bit sloppy, but it doesn't really matter. rapha picked up the mega. He's gonna be trying to find his way back onto DaHanG right now. The red will be spawning, and he doesn't need to drop for it, but he's gonna do it anyway.
Shots coming across, rail landed or not there by DaHanG. And the rail's going to play a big factor in this. It's the almighty equalizer that DaHanG, if he just finds his form with that rail, can power his way back in. He's only one frag down, 2 minutes played as he goes cautiously around this map. Rockets up, rapha, can he convert? No, it'll be rapha, in fact, that lands that rail back onto DaHanG. DaHanG escapes, he's got 100 points of health, and is leading with a rocket onto rapha there.
Yeah, that was pretty nice, and it's all about that one frag for rapha. If he gets another frag, momentum can be unleashed on this new freshly spawning player, but DaHanG with a lot of damage here. rapha really caught out, and that was so much of such an efficient engagement there from DaHanG. It's absolutely what he was looking for, and can he just close? He's got to close. rapha's looking weak for the first time in this Toxicity game, and DaHanG needs to get onto him. He can't let him escape. There's a lot of damage back and forth here as DaHanG does a quick little hop there with that rocket, and he just can't connect. rapha will escape with his life and the mega. I can't believe it. That was a missed opportunity, but DaHanG is not done just yet.
No, he's not, and he's going charging, collects the yellow. Rockets coming in from rapha, and you can tell rapha right on the defensive at this moment in time. Does not want to give a cheap frag away. And for DaHanG, that was his opportunity. But here, he's got rapha cornered, drops down 2-3 rockets. Can he follow it up? rapha, though, senses the opportunity to escape. Great rail coming in from DaHanG. Still not enough. One more will do it, and he just can't finish off.
No. And then, he does hit one last one, leaving DaHanG on 12 points of health. But the mega will be there to save him, unless rapha appears. And there he is. He does appear just in time, but the rail from DaHanG saves the mega, saves his life, and nets him one more frag on the board. The aggression piling onto rapha as he tries to take that red armor, but DaHanG will have to back away. He knows when not to bite off too much more than he can chew. But look at that angle, 1 HP, and this is just fantastic work. DaHanG coming back in style in this game. It was tough on the start, but he made it happen.
That double rail from DaHanG after picking up that frag was the moment of quality that separates a champion from a not. That was what got him the opportunity to then race into a 4-1 lead. He's followed up with another rail onto DaHanG here, onto rapha here, and now will escape. rapha on the run for the first time in this game.
Yeah.
Map 1 was all rapha, and map 2 now, DaHanG is setting the pace and chasing down for another frag. Rockets coming in, good LG coming from rapha though.
Oh my goodness.
Back on the board he goes.
Unbelievable. I was just about to say, DaHanG is just turn the tables completely, but look at this, the aggression is just non-stop from both players. But that is the nature of Toxicity. They know they cannot let their opponent get any breathing room at all, because if they do, they'll start running away with things and the momentum will start to come into play. They've got to equalize the momentum. It's got to be back and forth. Otherwise, that swing is not there. Crazy stuff will happen on the scoreboard. And 4-4 now the score as rapha just clutches that away with that railgun. But he has a lot more work to do. The mecha's up on the spot, and I'm not sure if rapha realized it, dropping for the red armor. This could be an opportunity for DaHanG here, if he only can realize, but I don't think he can at this point. Oh my god, that rocket was devastating there. DaHanG going for the engagement, and rapha hits the rail, and the mega's up on the spot to save him.
16 points of health becomes 116, and DaHanG will chase it down, but without it, he is toast. And suddenly, 4-1 goes to 6-4, and now the chase comes in from DaHanG. 2 points of health left for rapha. Jumps over towards the 25 bubbles and gets out of there. But DaHanG smells blood, and this is going to go tit for tat for the next 5 minutes. Great rail!
Again, just clutch rail after clutch rail. These guys are so good. And there's DaHanG. Look at the chase onto rapha. He just gets caught in the back. There's just nothing he can do. And now off the spawn, he's going to get one more. And that's 7-6 here. And it's so back and forth. I half expect rapha just to pick up a rocket and just destroy DaHanG here because of the switch in this game. It's just repeatedly just going back and forth. But there's rapha rocket jumping into the acid. Not perhaps the intention, but the result nonetheless.
There is no defensive mindedness about either of these two players. If they're in control or not, they will chase out a kill. And rapha is just taking a rail out there from DaHanG and follow up with the LG to put himself into an 8-5 lead. 3 frags, 4 minutes left to play here, and DaHanG collects the red and will now promptly make his way over towards the mega, which he should collect.
There it is.
Opposed by rapha.
Yeah, definitely. And this is not what you can let happen. rapha became a ghost on Toxicity, but look at the stack from DaHanG. It is just incredibly high still. And rapha's going to go down here surely, but he does just manage to escape. And there is a brilliant rail there, almost bending around the corner is DaHanG as he gets that frag onto rapha, making it 9-5. And off of that first match, this is definitely what he needed. This is absolutely what he needed to bring his head back into this series. It is just best of 3 though, and DaHanG picks up another yellow. He's got rapha kind of trapped away in the red armor spot, but he wants to fall back to the Mega before going for that challenge onto rapha. There are some grenades to set the tone for this fight, and there rapha goes for the drop onto the red, and DaHanG throwing those rockets down, but he's got to be careful. rapha, what can he make happen here? Can he escape? DaHanG losing a lot of stack there, but he does fall back onto the yellow. Things are under control for DaHanG, but for how much longer will that last?
Well, an escape rail landed there by rapha. I mean, rapha thinks he's got a chance. He's going to chase in for another one, but point blank that LG wipes him out. It's now a 5-frag lead, the biggest it's been in this game, and rapha's aggression only mounts up. He is chasing down 100 points of health. down to 60 though, landed those final shells, and will push on here as he goes looking for him. That plasma just ekes around the corner as rapha will jump in, collect that yellow, and LG will do nothing, and DaHanG now goes for it. LG to LG. DaHanG is taking a lot of damage. He lost 130 points of health there. rapha has equally, he's got 100 himself, so he can chase this one out, and maybe it's time for DaHanG for the first time to be a little less aggressive.
And it's such a clutch map. They're both so low all the time. Any shot can do it. And there, DaHanG with the rail to rocket will dispatch his opponent rapha, as rapha, with 2 minutes left now, eyes the scoreboard and has to think, my word, this is looking difficult now. I've got to turn things around. I've got to turn up the heat. But with rails like that coming from DaHanG, how is he going to accomplish that? DaHanG right now sitting on 16 points of health, though, is far from an obstacle that rapha will be unable to accomplish. I think right now, if he can just find his way onto DaHanG, he can make this happen. But these defensive rails just keep rapha at bay repeatedly.
Yeah, these defensive rails are just DaHanG's get-out-of-jail-free card. He's landed 2 or 3 at any moment that rapha's tried to come at him, and that's what's allowed him to establish a 6-frag lead, and that's what's allowed him to, at times, take his foot off the pedal and just be defensive when he's needed to. Drops down, rail landed by rapha that time. LG out from the pair of them now as they chase it in. Rockets chase DaHanG away, and DaHanG takes a risky but successful rocket jump out, and rapha will have to start again.
Again, that get-out-of-jail-free card. Okay, sure, rapha got the kill, but as you say, you know, DaHanG left him so low, he's opened up for aggression. I'm not so sure about that,
yeah.
but still, 4 frags for rapha in a minute, completely doable. But if DaHanG just keeps rapha low, he will run out of steam eventually. There's only so much he can do, but DaHanG actually opting to kill himself there in the acid, maybe giving rapha some hope. But 3 frags, and in fact, rapha is actually on match point here. And if he can make the impossible happen, and there is the trade. And this is the thing. I mean, a lot of players in these tournaments will go, okay, I'm going to just hold my lead and go defensive. But DaHanG knows that he's playing for that damage, and if he can get enough damage, rapha just can't go after a certain point. He can't keep going, and that's how DaHanG wants to play it. So far, I think it's working, but still 3 frags, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that last chain exchange cost him 3 frags, and he's got to chase out. DaHanG continues to be defensive as rapha comes right at him. It's 11-8 as DaHanG will sit back. He's got 14 seconds to ride this one out. rapha's round the corner with the LG. DaHanG's down to 5 points of health and didn't land anything onto him. rapha now chasing out. Can he find him? No, with 5 seconds he should just be able to wake that out from spawn timers. And DaHanG, by the skin of his teeth, gets through.
Good games call from both players. 11-9 the final score on Toxicity, bringing us to a 1-1 situation in this best of 3 winner bracket final between these two amazing players, and that couldn't have been closer. And I'm glad to see it after Lost World, which quite frankly I was worried. I was like, this isn't right. This isn't how this should go.
That's some serious sweat cleaning on those 2 hands right there. You just seen on camera. Both of them know that was tight.
Oh yeah, and it's really great to see these two play. Always. And as we move on to Cure, the new map, I'm afraid you probably aren't familiar with this one, but I'm sure you'll do just fine. It's quite small. I'm sure you'll pick it up. And RTCW maps are much more complicated.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
This is the home of great maps.
Exactly. So as I let the players know we're ready to go.
Where's your money, DDK?
Where is it? I think it's on actually DaHanG for this map. DaHanG has some advanced abilities on Cure. But we are about to find out. We're getting live here between DaHanG and rapha. It is the deciding map, map number 3 in this best of 3, and DaHanG will get that mega to start with as he gets a little bit burned there as he makes his way back over, and he will get himself a railgun, a rocket, and that's going to allow him some options now. He has all the weapons but not much armor to work with. He's creeping around listening for those sound cues. Those will be very important to inform him as to his next move. He wants to react to rapha because rapha is the one setting the pace here. Rapha's the one with the stack. Rapha is the one that can dictate this game right now. And yeah, DaHanG moving around to this yellow. He might get that for free. And there comes rapha. This is absolutely not free. Quite the opposite. Quite expensive. Very dear, as what the cost was his life. And rapha, with that pickup, will actually be able to get a free mega. And mega here is quite a death trap. You don't really want to take this unless you know that your opponent's very far away or dead. So a free mega to rapha.
Yeah, and rapha picks up the first frag and now is in the ascendancy, looking for DaHanG, who is being scarce. Picks up the green and will dart himself away. From your perspective, the defensiveness of this one, how do you see DaHanG's move back in this? Is this an opportunity to just pick off a few bits of damage and wait for the right moment, or will he go as aggressive as he did on both the last 2 maps, where he just went balls to the walls all map long?
Well, there's options you have. The European style is very aggressive right now, but we do have an engagement, and this is the problem. DaHanG went for that mega, but look at his positioning. He's completely trapped. His back is against the wall, and look at that vertical rail from rapha there to just clean that one up. But there are different ways to play this. There is a lot of shards, there's 2 greens on the upper levels. There's a yellow armor. There's a lot of armor. You can play this slow, and the upper area as well is very, very good for defensive rockets. You've got those corners to work with. There's a teleporter. There's a lot of stuff to play with. You can slow this game down, but will he do it? It's completely up to him so far. The action is quite fast-paced as DaHanG takes this engagement in front of this green armor. rapha doesn't seem phased though, and with the mega up on the spot, that's just going to go to anyone who is bold enough. Because again, that position is so exposed, you have to absolutely know it's free to take before you ever dare go for it.
I've got to see DaHanG, they'll get an exchange here as rapha pops the rocket around the corner. DaHanG does land a bit, but backs off, and rapha will force DaHanG to retreat with that rail, and they'll drop down right on top of him now. LG out. DaHanG pushes him back with the rocket. LG's out once again, and DaHanG has done some damage, but still rapha gets the mega that quickly restores his position, and DaHanG is going to chase him down now. And this is the point I was about to make. I feel DaHanG has been aggressive too often. He's not had the right gauge on rapha's health and picked the wrong engage on all 3 maps at some point.
Yeah, no, it's quite possible. I think that it's very hard to read rapha sometimes, and the hardest thing in this game for a top player to do, one of the hardest things, is reading stacks effectively, because you have to always make decisions on certain assumptions, which can be very difficult, and it's really what separates really amazing players. And sometimes it can just snowball into desperation, and that's going to force you to make decisions you just don't want to make. And rapha right now is doing a fantastic job. He's got 4 frags in the lead. DaHanG hasn't chosen to slow it down just yet, and rapha is starting to run away with the game. And all the major items are very exposed or very death trappy. The red armor, as rapha's about to go for, oh my god, he's going to catch DaHanG. DaHanG had no idea he was there, but rapha unable to really capitalize there with the damage. And you can see he picks up that red, but look, he's a little box here that he has to escape. He just narrowly does it without taking much damage at all, and that is a good result. And where is DaHanG? You should never be allowed to take this for free. But DaHanG was there. It was his gift to rapha, as rapha runs around with 200. And around the corner, rapha will find himself a DaHanG, but he does not want to take the engagement just yet. He wants to maintain position on these big items. Again, picking up that red armor to deny it from DaHanG. And I'm going to switch over to DaHanG. Let's see what he's playing for. Okay, he is slowing it down now. He's playing these corners on the upper level, the greens. And you can see he's actually got quite a decent stack behind him.
But he's got to land the first shot. He's got to land the first rocket on that corner as he pops through. Otherwise,
absolutely.
Oh, and he took his eyes off the ball, and rapha came charging through and finishes him off.
Whoa.
Down to 33 points of health, but gets the mega.
3 direct rockets was not a bad result, but all the items were up, and look at the rockets coming in from rapha. The first one was great, but the others not so much. DaHanG with the plasma closes it out, gets the kill, and he is on the board with the yellow, some shards. He's bringing this back. He just has to get some weapons, and that's all he needs. But rapha, out of the teleporter, is going to make a meal of DaHanG, and he does want to just push this all the way. And it is a trade, in fact. And who is going to get the better spawn? I want to check both povs here. DaHanG actually getting that red armor. And this is, of course, the third deciding map between these two players. It is so crucial that they both try to make this their victory. And DaHanG with 200 armor now, he's got everything but the railgun, a situation he very quickly remedies, and now he's looking quite good. If I switch to rapha's pov, we can see that he's lacking on armor. He's lacking very much on armor, only 10 points. So he wants to play it slow. He's got a lead though, he can protect it. There's just 5 minutes left in this one.
DaHanG is on the prowl. He feels that those 2 frags in a minute have opened this one up, so much so that he's skipped past the yellow. And now it'll be rapha who darts away, spies the yellow that was left up, and he collects it and is just tracking behind him. DaHanG doing exactly what he did before. Jumps around the corner. Here we go. Rocket drop down from DaHanG. rapha's going to chase down and gets picked off. DaHanG escapes 71 points of health. And now can he convert? No, not quite. But 3 frags the difference.
Yeah, 4 minutes left. That was a great result for DaHanG as he speeds onto his opponent, stuck at that yellow armor, nowhere to move. The rocket just connects so cleanly, and DaHanG's going to pick away that lightning gun as well. The green and the mega's coming up. He's got so many options. The world is his oyster right now, but rapha, those rockets just completely destroyed everything DaHanG held dear as he has to retreat back onto that red armor. He will get the mega as well, but that kills a lot of time and gives rapha the opportunity to get some pickups under his belt as he now manages to circle his way back. Let's find rapha's pov, his 60 armor. He's got to try to avoid DaHanG because DaHanG is looking very scary right now, and rapha is just on the back areas, like skulking around the map.
3 minutes left to go. DaHanG in control at the moment and with the ascendancy. rapha nowhere to be seen from DaHanG's point of view. He's keeping a big old distance from him, and you can see that DaHanG is just, the sooner he can get there, he's about 5 seconds behind him. Collects the mega unchallenged, what DDK called an unforgivable sin.
Oh yes.
And that is how defensive rapha is being. That is how much space he's putting between him and his opponent right now. And DDK, how does DaHanG find him?
Well, it's very. I think actually rapha's even being too passive right now. I mean, there's the yellows in the drop for it. Of course, you've got to know that your opponent's not around. He's got the shards there. He could choose to go for the greens as well, but DaHanG, he's got to make sure he does not misread rapha's stack. Look, he's got 200 armor, and he's not even really been active on the map at all, and DaHanG has to make sure he reads this. In fact, I interviewed DaHanG and I asked him about this map, and he said it's one of the things he doesn't like about it is that it's so easy for down player to get so much armor so quickly, and DaHanG goes for the aggressive engagement right there, and he does manage to make it happen, clutching it with 38 health points left at the end of the fight, and just 1 frag left, and rapha is trying to slow the game down, but so far he is unsuccessful. Sure, he's killing time, but 2 minutes for 1 frag with DaHanG running the items now. That is not a safe bet.
Excellent engage there, though, and that was the moment for DaHanG. He was either going to win the map or he could have lost the map there, let's put it that way. But he didn't. He's left himself with just 1 frag to go, and now rapha drops down, rockets out. LG from DaHanG is almost exceptional, but rapha's able to escape with 19 points of health, quickly onto a 25, and is running for his life up towards that yellow. DaHanG pounds it down!
DaHanG
rocker onto him, and the rail does miss, and that gives DaHanG the tie game, 6-6. Here we go.
With 90 seconds to spare, he makes it happen, but still, rapha is alive in this as he gets the red armor, but he has no weapons to fight back at that range. Complete abuse there, exploiting that weapon difference DaHanG. Fantastic play there as he manages to try and edge himself out. Some kind of resource advantage that can lead to a victory here on Cure, but that rail just coming out of nowhere. DaHanG does rocket jump up, but look at that great response from rapha there. 2 rails connected, only agreeing to comfort poor DaHanG right there after that, and he is looking for options right now. He's where rapha was moments ago, thinking, what next?
Well, that rail, the mega health completely nullified. Great rail from DaHanG. They got him out of jail as rapha sensed a frag. rapha has 100 armor, but the same health, the pair of them, as they go exchanging here. Rockets being dropped down from rapha. DaHanG would be well advised to not take that one, and does exactly so as he gets himself out of trouble. rapha is continually looking. He senses he has the advantage. He's got he's got all the items now. And the rail coming in, DaHanG realizes that he's just lost the Mega and decides to be scarce. And with 13 seconds to go, DaHanG wants overtime.
Yeah, well and truly playing for the overtime. But here comes rapha. He wants something entirely different. But DaHanG will not let it happen. rapha putting on the brakes there, I believe, and saying, okay, I can do this. I can play this overtime. I'm going to switch to rapha's position. And now you can see why he's okay with this. He has pretty much 200. He knows that if he can just keep DaHanG off the items, he's going to be in for this, and DaHanG is trapped! Where can he go? He has to rocket jump. He does it. rapha does an interception rocket jump, and DaHanG wasn't anticipating that, and DaHanG goes down!
A lot of damage done from DaHanG, but still, the way rapha went into that exchange, he got out with 130, and then a Mega on top. And this is going to be a very painful 90 seconds for DaHanG. He's got to get himself one item and a rail, and then he's just got to hit every rail he possibly can to get his way back into this, because he doesn't have time to build up. And that's the real challenge here, as DaHanG goes looking for his opening, of which he's got a minute to find it now.
And there it is, DaHanG just jumping into rapha there, just not even caring at all in the slightest, and somehow he lives. He just, I mean, it's like walking into the jaws of the lion right there and living. And rapha right now he has a good stack to work with and hits even a few plasma bolts to boot as he picks up more shards. But still, rapha's playing this calm, he's cool, he's collected, and he's waiting for his moment to pounce, his moment to strike. It is nigh, as DaHanG is very poorly positioned, but rapha actually backs out of that situation, backing out onto the red. He's playing very safe right now.
Yeah, I don't know whether DaHanG thinks rapha's got something that, rapha thinks DaHanG's got something he doesn't, but with 30 seconds to go, this is very much rapha's to lose. And here he goes, rockets being dropped down. DaHanG decides that's not the exchange. He's going to jump away, steal away that Mega, uncontested, beautiful stuff. Now he's got something to fight with. If we can only find rapha, where is he? As DaHanG goes hopping around, looking for him, gets the exchange now. LG out, good opening exchange from DaHanG, comes chasing for more, drops down one rocket.
Oh, he's got 8 seconds.
LG comes in, and he's going to charge at him.
rapha defends.
What a rail
Brilliant
from
play.
rapha.
Clutching it, stopping it dead in its tracks. rapha will be the victor, and DaHanG, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to play evil again.
What a defensive rail at the death from rapha, because DaHanG smelled blood.
Wow, great series between these two guys. Absolutely phenomenal performances across the board, really making great games. I have to shout out Chance though. I don't know if you caught the Toxicity game.
I got the very end of it, yeah.
That was great. That was really awesome. So shout outs to everyone who's given us amazing games, and of course congratulations to rapha. He hasn't won the tournament yet though. of course if anyone's getting the wrong idea here, he still has to play the finals, which will be on Saturday. But really awesome stuff there. And do you have anything you want to say about this? I mean, you haven't been here very long, but
I got here for 10 minutes. I saw a great game. It's QuakeCon. QuakeCon is the deliverer of great experiences.
And I can't emphasize it enough. We're even running on schedule here. And guys, we're actually going to throw this over to an interview very shortly. We're just setting that up. We're going to get rapha and DaHanG on the couch there with Zoot. And so we'll be with that very shortly. But
what was your take on today? What was the best thing you saw?
Oh, okay. Actually, the first game from Group A, right at the start of today, we had rapha versus Evil, the first game. That was very, very awesome. That was super entertaining. I have to feel like the Toxicity with Chance was definitely a massive highlight for me. We've seen a lot of incredible games all throughout today. Evil with some amazing performances. DaHanG and rapha, I have to say all their games were really good. These guys are stepping it up today. They mean business. And I'm really looking forward to seeing DaHanG actually taking a QuakeCon. But now it's going to be a little bit more difficult now than before.
I can see it in you. You're having your first QuakeCon nerdgasm.
Yeah.
We've all done it. It's okay.
Exactly.
Let it all out.
Maybe it's the balls. I don't know. It could be the balls, but we'll see. And I have this stress ball. It's not really helping me very much, but I think it's having some kind of an effect. It's got the Face It logo on it, so I'm happy with that. And the best thing today for me was hearing the new Face It song, the completed version of the Face You song. That was pretty special for me. So, and I hope all you guys are enjoying the action. I mean, this is QuakeCon. It's one of the biggest Quake Live events of the year, and the production, I think it's going pretty smooth. I'm really impressed with the guys. It's going so well, and shout outs to those guys for making it happen. And I think we're almost ready with the interview over there. And is there any questions that you would have for rapha or DaHanG? Any particularly awesome questions from TosspoT?
I'd ask DaHanG everything about the first map.
Okay,
the second map, it kind of spoke
okay.
for itself. He got himself back in it. What did he do wrong on that first map?
That's a very good point, actually, because it kind of looked a bit free. Looked a bit free.
And a 4-minute GG, that's kind of Jibo ESWC style.
Yes, yeah.
So, I don't know. We've only got rapha at the moment. I think we're going to get DaHanG as well.
We're missing a DaHanG. There won't be a DaHanG. Oh, that's a shame. But
so we won't get to ask
we're stuck with rapha. Oh, God. Earlier, I made him do cooler impressions on the couch, which was the last time he was interviewed. So I don't know if he can top that, but we'll try. So I think are we ready with this? All right, okay, we'll switch over to you guys. Take it away, Zoo.
Thank you. We're here at the sofa. I'm with Mr. rapha, and well, that was a pretty damn close game, man. How you feel about it afterwards? I don't really know where to begin with this.
Well, I mean, I'm a wreck right now. You know, obviously adrenaline pumping and stuff like that. But no, I'm really ecstatic. You know, I had my mind set on getting to the finals. Like, I really want to be in the finals again. I want to win a third QuakeCon to tie with Cypher and to tie with 0-4, and that's what I'm trying to do. And it's just one step closer. But for Tim, man, like, I may have to play him again. Like, he's playing really well, and he shouldn't let this rattle him. He should just refocus himself. Like, watch whoever, the game between 0-4 and Evil, and tomorrow on Saturday, obviously, and then figure it out from there.
How are you really able to cope with the nerves there? You know, you've been through a lot of really tense situations, but when you're just hitting overtime, and especially those last moments, is it difficult to control?
Well, it helps. It helps when you hit 2 rails after a mega pickup going into overtime. But I kind of knew earlier on, like, man, this was going to be really tough, even though I had the lead. He got that lockdown control to the point where once he got that kill, I couldn't get LG. And that's what he was really focusing on, like keeping out of my hands. And, he played really well. And I thought, I may have lost the game. Like, I may have lost my chance to get to this final right away and secure it. But thankfully, I stuck in it, because for a while I was like, man, I realized I don't have timing on red. I can't even afford to go to Mega. He's probably there waiting, I can't get timing on anything right now. And I just had to be really patient, finally find my in, and I thought I had it when he hit at the red. He was trying to delay it from the Mega time. And I was like, all right, I'll drop down and I'll be able to do a ton of damage. I actually have a decent stack. Like, he didn't expect me to be there, but I really messed it up. And he got away weak, but he got away with a much better situation and things to fall back on. So after that, it's like, I just kept trying to keep my head in the game, give myself every chance I can and, not give up.
Well, man, congrats again. It was absolute sick stuff. I mean, more about the map cure. It's been getting into the competitive pool. I talked to you before QuakeCon and some random stream, and you're like, you're not sure whether or not it should be the map is ready for QuakeCon. What do you think about its presence here on this event?
I mean, it takes a little time to determine whether a map is good or not. In my opinion, so far, I don't really enjoy it that much while I play it. Whether it stays around or not, we'll see. Like, maybe the majority of the community likes it and they want to play it. Well, then for me, that's tough luck. That's kind of like, I love Tourney 4, but I rarely get to play it anymore.
It sucks.
See, we got another hater here. But that's just how it is sometimes. And I really like the fact that the 125 FPS did the new maps Duel Cup. So far, I'm actually liking Sinister. I am. I'm liking the new setup on it, how it's playing. I actually even liked it with the rail time being 1 minute, but with it being, the regular time now, I think it could bring up some interesting matches. I got to see Cypher and Sparty play it, and Cypher against Pavel and stuff, and it was like, this looks like it could be a really fun map, very intellectual, and yeah, so we'll see, if maps like that get in or some of these other new ones, but I've been focused on this map pool, and I haven't been bothering with them, so we'll see in the future.
Well, hopefully the Face It guys looking in that general direction, or maybe put that new Sinister in one of the pools later on in the season or the next season. I was going to ask one last question. You're going to be playing the Clan Arena tomorrow. How are you feeling about that? What's your team setup and your thoughts about the tournament?
All right, well, my boys Clock and Demex are on my team, and we're looking to play really solidly tomorrow. I've been watching Mark play, and his aim right now, especially LG, has been really good. Like, he's been really consistent, so that'll really help us tomorrow in those team fights and focus firing. And then Joel, for Demex, he's just gonna need to get some time to warm up since he didn't really get to play too much today. And yeah, and then we'll just have to go from there. And like, I think we can do really well tomorrow. The key is like if a little something goes wrong, don't get mad at each other over something. Stay focused. Figure out, okay, is this working? Is it not? Has it worked too long and we can tell, we need to switch something or do whatever? Like, we just need to make sure that we do our best to help each other to win. And, I think we can do it. It'll be tough. I really think Watch This is the team to look out for right now. But
who's in Watch This? I don't know the nicks to the players.
Viju, ID, and GWC are in there. And but I'm excited to see Lincoln come and play. Like, I haven't seen Pierre in a long time, and he's a phenomenal player, so that team's going to be no joke either. So hopefully tomorrow will be a lot more fun. Like, today was fun, don't get me wrong, but it's very stressful.
Yeah, I can absolutely imagine. But thanks, Rapha, for coming along for this interview. I'm going to throw this back over to the other desk. You can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like to thank, Fresco guessing me up for this tournament. I know he's superstitious. He hasn't been watching because he thinks I'll lose when he watches. And then also, I know Cypher couldn't be here, but Cypher's been, trying to encourage me and let me know, hey, you just need to do this and this, and he's been helping me out, and I really appreciate it for it, and appreciate him for it. And yeah, and then obviously my boy Mark, Clark McGrail, and 04, and yeah, and that's it.
Nice, man. Back over to the desk, guys, with I believe it is TosspoT and DDK.
Thanks very much. It's great to hear from Rapha as always. And wow, it's been the first day of our QuakeCon broadcast here, QuakeCon 2013, and I think it's gone pretty well, but we're at the end.
We're at the end. What's your take on Zoot now having a better haircut than you? I saw a lot of the chat comments earlier were all about Zoot and like
I know
DDK's second best looking
I know.
caster.
I'm even trying to get all Italianized and stuff, but it's just it doesn't work, man.
Good for Zoot. He's clearly gone for the Sturmy school.
I mean, he's already taller than me. Now he's more handsome than me. He's cast better than. Okay, let's move this on. This is starting to get a bit of a downer now. Why do you have to bring this up?
Why else?
Oh man. Anyway, we have to close the show now. It's been great. We've had so many awesome matches. So we'll just check out the brackets. We'll bring out the brackets quickly to just review the things that have happened. Okay, we'll bring that up at the end. And but tomorrow we will have the Clan Arena starting at 12:45, which is 7:45 CEST if you are from Europe. And of course, on Saturday we have the grand finals of all the tournaments, and that's of course you can't have watched today and then miss Saturday. That doesn't make sense. So you better be there. So that is what is up. And will you be casting anymore? I mean, you are a fan favorite.
I think I've done my bit. My one game. I was rusty as hell.
Don't be so. You even pulled off a map you've never seen before pretty well.
I know, but I didn't get to say the word sensational, so I'm pretty upset about that.
Oh, then of course you have to come back. We have to hear that. Come on.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll make it happen. All right, guys. We'll just do the wrap up. Do you want to give me some tips? You're a veteran of this stuff. I'm new.
So who are you going to thank?
All right.
What was your one closing thought of the day? And when are you going to see everyone next?
See, this is quite meta right now. We have like TosspoT on to like coach me. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed all the action. Thanks for watching. We have more awesome Quake Live action coming up in the following days. Clan Arena, we've got even some Doom stuff coming up. I'm not sure about how that will work with the streaming schedule, but hopefully we'll get there. And then, of course, the finals. So congratulations to Rapha for doing so well, and of course we have DaHanG who now has to play Evil, so that's going to be really interesting and something to look forward to. So guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the Clan Arena.